Email marketing. I know you might have heard some people saying that it's not working anymore. It's actually one of the cleverest ways to nurture your audience. Customer retention is actually more profitable to you than constantly being on the lookout for acquiring new customers. Frankly, it costs far less to retain a customer that you already have than it is to try and get a new person. The other thing that you might be surprised is, does social media have any sort of relevance in guaranteed growth? And the answer is, welcome to The Disruptionists, where the status quo has no seat at the table. I'm Jess, and this is your invitation to join the movement of game-changing, boundary-pushing strategies that will take your marketing, branding, and customer journey to the next level. Let's get disruptive. Hi everyone, let's talk about marketing hacks that are going to help you explode your business. So I'm going to start off with a proven marketing strategy that can grow any business, okay? So it comes down to the word optimization. What do I mean by optimizing? Optimizing is all driven by data. So if you are constantly gathering information about your customer, about their behavior, it's important to basically leverage all of those different measures and analytics to understand how your customers behave, and then refine your funnels so that you are able to get higher conversions. Because optimization is really for that end goal of getting higher conversions. One of the ways in which you can influence, the thing that influences the customer behavior better is to use things like A/B testing. So if you're able to, sort of put something out there for a 2-week period and see which one your customers are better responding to, that is your way of optimizing conversion and making sure that you then continue to use the one, whether it's A or B, that is having the best possible outcome and is engaging the customers the most. So in this case, engagement means conversion. The other thing is to also look at how people are behaving, perhaps like on a landing page. So what I mean by that is, just because you've written one landing page once and the copy's there, it might not actually, truly be resonating. And there's ways that data can show us maybe what the big cause is behind why people aren't really connecting or converting from that landing page. It could be as simple as maybe it's the heading, and we can learn that maybe, or the fact that maybe the content on the landing page has got nothing to do with what they expected because the ad sort of gave them a different impression. And by the time they jumped on the landing page, the things that were maybe, written on there had nothing to do with what they were expecting. So again, it's all about making sure that you're constantly testing and learning and using data to tell you whether something's working or not. At the end of the day, what does this data and optimization truly allow us to understand and gain? Well, it's the ability to make far more precise and impactful adjustments rather than like stick your finger in the wind and just let it be and let, the particular landing page or ads sort of just perform as they are. You've got precise control over what happens next, and you don't have to put up with the results that you are getting or maybe some marketing agencies or third parties are getting on your behalf. One of the other things that you can do as a business is basically leverage content marketing, because ultimately it can drive your profitability, so much so that I nearly hit the microphone. Content marketing is one of my absolute favorites because this is a place where you as a brand can truly create value for your customers. So long as you take on this whole concept of trying to problem solve with the content for your audience, you're able to then give them value that they might not even know that they needed, but they're definitely searching for advice. So this is where perhaps you need to start looking at what can you be doing on your blogs, or maybe what kind of educational video content could you be producing. Sometimes it's as simple as a guide that might be able to answer key questions for your customers that that they have, that that they'll want to ask. And rather than waiting to pick up a phone call, because frankly, how many customers have the time to actually call through and get their questions answered through your, sales or service team? If there's a guide that sort of already gets inside that customer's head and is able to answer that question up front, that is going to do so much more to explode, the amount of people that convert for you than anything else that I can think of. Now, content is also super important in building your authority. So rather than just, telling people to trust you, actually really smart, intelligent content is a way of showing people that you know what you're talking about and that you are an authority in the area that you sort of putting your name and your brand behind. It's a really, really great way of driving organic traffic as well. So it's super underrated by a lot of owners to actually invest in organic marketing like content, because it's often things like paid advertising that gives you far more immediate conversions. But in the long run, by being able to do both, this is actually still going to impact the way in which your company sort of grows and the amount of leads that you're able to nurture as well. So sometimes a lead is not ready and they just need a lot of content to help warm them up to then finally convert. So it's definitely not a wasted effort. The other thing that you might be surprised is, does social media have any sort of relevance in guaranteed growth? And the answer is 100% yes. If you engage directly with your audience on platforms that they're already using, then it will work for you and it will help you continue to grow. So the key here is making sure you know where your audience is, the platforms that they already use, and talk to them there in the way that they expect to be spoken to. So each channel has a different sort of, you can say the same messages, but there's a different way of saying it. So be really careful in understanding what type of content speaks to and works to your audience on LinkedIn versus the way that they, would like to be communicated to on Facebook or TikTok. The other thing about social media is that it's truly instrumental in building relationships. People love it because it is not a place where they're expecting sales. In fact, a lot of strategies that we have when it comes to social media for brands is making sure that they get the balance quite right, where it's mostly value adding, relationship building, and maybe just a sprinkle of, a bit of promotion here and a sale there. The other thing about social platforms is that it really amplifies your brand's voice because you're able to get to customers almost anytime, any place, in their lives, and it's allowing you to have a real-time interaction with them. So it's definitely not something that you should underestimate. A thing that is very typical in our world of marketing is the whole concept of email marketing, and it is still surprisingly profitable in today's digital landscape. I know you might have heard some people saying that it's not working anymore, but from my perspective, it's actually one of the cleverest ways to nurture your audience because it allows you to segment, right? So if you've got the right CRM in place, the data that you're getting will tell you how to create personalized messagings. It allows you to send emails to your customers based on their specific behaviors, maybe even preferences as well. Everything that we're talking about when it comes to email marketing, it's all about being able to look at how you're going to improve engagement, because with improved engagement, you're going to have far more growth and far more conversions. So don't look past things like the importance of seeing how past purchases could help you connect better with the customers to sort of go, I know you bought this, and 85% of people who have purchased this have also loved this other product that we've got. So that's just a simple example of how that can work. Another reason why email marketing shouldn't be forgotten is the fact that you can actually automate a lot of marketing when it comes to the emails, in the sense that sometimes a person isn't ready to buy, but by automating what we call drip campaigns, it's just another helpful way to keep your brand top of mind, so that when that person, has heard from you enough times, they're ready to purchase and therefore will convert. And there you go. It's going to help impact the growth of your business. Now, one of my absolute favorite things to talk about is the fact that customer retention is actually more profitable to you than constantly being on the lookout for acquiring new customers. Why does this strategy work? Because frankly, it costs far less to retain a customer that you already have, that's already knows you, that already likes you and already trusts you, and actually get them to come back as a repeat purchaser or find a new product or a new vertical than it is to try and get a new person who, the process is really long often to find the new customers, depending on your product or service. The life cycle that the person has to go through to be able to get to that point of conversion can be super long. So loyal customers are the folks that will actually buy from you more frequently. And the other thing that you shouldn't forget about when it comes to customer retention is if you convert them from customer to advocate, they'll do all the hard work for you. It's through their word of mouth that new leads can come to you. And it's almost like bypassing some of the, the marketing funnel that ends up costing you a lot of money. It kind of bypasses a few critical steps and gets them straight to the decision-making process. So again, this is super, super important. Something that a lot of companies are not doing enough of. So think about what you could do. Is it loyalty programs? Is it constantly offering personalized offers? Or is it just having a super slick, customer service to keep those customers that you already have coming back? Okay, one of my other favorite things in terms of helping you explode the growth of your business is to look at partnerships or collaborations. So you might wonder why is so-and-so off there, using an extra influencer to sort of help promote their product? Why are they partnering with this particular person? It's not just a random act. It's actually often very, very strategic, because if you align yourself with another brand that's complementary to you, it's basically opening you up to new people, new customers, or a new audience that you might not ordinarily have reached on your own. The fact that somebody else has a name, that's attached to your brand now, all of a sudden, it gives credibility. So things like joint promotions, co-branded campaigns, or even affiliate partnership, it can actually introduce your business to new customer segments. It's something that I absolutely love and adore for my own business. It might not be as open and in public as some of the things where, you're actively working in front of the camera, promoting each other. Often these partnerships can happen as more of a white label situation, so behind the scenes. But this is something that some of the best businesses out there are able to amplify their growth simply by using partnerships. So to wrap things up, if I was to leave you with one marketing strategy that works across all industries for growth, it's talking about the concept of referral marketing. Every single one of us has a customer that either has worked with us and truly loved us, but what are you doing to actually encourage those satisfied customers to refer others to come and check you out as well? Some people are better at it than others. So I can think of my personal gym. They're really good at saying, introduce a mate, to the gym, and they'll get, 2 weeks reduced fees or 2 weeks free. They're super clever, and they're relying on their own customers to bring, exposure to hopefully new customers who stay as well. So don't underestimate the word of mouth and just how powerful it is, and the fact that it can be quite low cost to implement. It's a super, super important thing to never give up on and to focus on to help grow your business irrespective of what industry you're in. So guys, anyone can do it. There are so many strategies to grow your business. Let me know, is there any that you're already using? What works better for you than others? I think I've shared with you, I personally love the partnership side of things. And I've actually worked with a lot of companies who have underestimated the value of referral marketing as well. And that's also something that I've seen work amazingly well for so many businesses, be it big or small. So let's collaborate, share our knowledge, and talk to you next time. Thanks for joining me on The Disruptionists. If this episode sparked new ideas or challenged your thinking, I'd love your support with a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And don't forget to subscribe to your favorite platform to catch every disruptive insight. For more behind-the-scenes content and to connect with like-minded disruptors, follow me at It's Jess Singh across all social platforms. And remember, stay disruptive.